dip and ride, dip and ride, dip and ride, dip and make him wanna slip and slide, slip and slide, slipping, slide, slipping. The way I dip and ride, dip and ride, dip and ride, dip and swing my hips to the side.
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to use some tape just to give it that sharp edge on both eyes. So I just want that sharp edge when I'm doing my shadow. Next, I'm going to take my ultimate favorite Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is a great primer for your eyeshadow. Next, I'm taking BROWNSCRIPT from MAC, and I'm buffing that into the crease. This is going to be my first color. I'm not going in with any lighter brown shades because I want this look to be very orangey, like tangerine. So I'm just going in with that bright, burnt kind of like orange first. Next, I'm going into the Morphe 350 palette, and I forgot to show the shade, but it is the third shade to the right of the palette from the top. And this is like a brighter orange from the orange that I put, and I'm actually putting that on top of that first shadow. I tried to be heavy-handed with the shadows because I actually wanted to show up on camera. So I made sure that I put enough. I wasn't scared to use the shadows at all, so yeah, so I'm just pretty much building up the color, keep dipping it in and buffing it into the crease. To blend my brow bone highlight into my shadow, I'm using that lighter brown shade, and then it's like the similar color to the concealer, and I'm just patting that underneath the brow, and I'm also blending it into the shadow. And then I'm also going to take that same buffing brush and buff all the colors together so it look as one. Like it don't look like I just put orange there and it's blended into something. Now for the shade on the lid, this is like a very, to me it looks kind of coppery, so I'm just adding this coppery, if that makes any sense, coppery orange shimmer shadow to the lid, and I'm actually packing this on like crazy because I wanted to show up, I wanted to look freaking amazing, so I'm just packing that onto the lid. And I'm also gonna like take the brush and also buff it into the orange so it looks like it's together pretty much. Now I'm going to remove the tape and start my liner. I can never do a liner with tape because I feel like I always put the tape uneven. So I'm just going to do the liner free-handedly. I'm taking the Tarte Clay Paint Liner, and this is a jet black liner. And I'm taking my angle brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm just drawing out my wing just to cut a bitch. Feel me? You know. So yeah, I'm just doing my wing. I'm going to do like a little bit thick, and then for the inner corner, I'm actually going to do it later on because when I first did it, I forgot that I had a highlight underneath my eyes and it was interfering with the wing that I put in the inner corner. So I'm going to do the wing in the inner corner last. For the face is pretty much the same. I'm taking my Laura Mercier foundation primer, applying that all over my skin. I love this primer. I should have included it in my September favorites, but I forgot. But I like this primer. It is amazing. So I'm just applying this where I'm going to put my foundation. And for foundation, I'm taking my ultimate favorite, which is the LANCOME 540 Suede. But before foundation, I'm going to take my liquid illuminator from NYX, and I'm applying that to where I want to be highlighted. I want to look very bronzy, like I want to look very golden, like I want to look glowy, like you know what I mean. So I'm just applying that to where I normally would highlight, and as you can see the difference in my skin. So next I'm going to take my wet beauty blender and blend out my foundation. My beauty blender is clean. Leah J was ranting about how she hates when people use dirty beauty blenders, and I feel the exact same way. But what gets me tight is when I sit down, I start doing my makeup, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to wet my beauty blender. So make sure you have a wet beauty blender or a damp sponge on hand before you start your makeup, so you don't have to get up mid-makeup to go wet it. But yeah, I love this. Ooh, check out that mini rock. But I love using the beauty blender to blend out my foundation. So for highlight, I'm going to take LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee. And at first, I was like, don't really like this concealer. Now I'm like, oh shit, I love it. Like, what the hell? I have like a love-hate relationship with this concealer. So yeah, this is Toffee, and I'm using my damp beauty blender, the pointy side, to blend out that. But before, what was I using? I was using the Amazing Cosmetics concealer, and I freaking love that concealer. But yeah, definitely if you're looking for inexpensive concealer, hop on the LA Girl Pro Conceal train, because I'm telling you, the concealers bomb.com. So to set where I conceal, I'm taking my ultimate favorite, the Mercier translucent setting powder, and what I'm going to do is set underneath the eye first, and then I'm going to add a little bit just to bake with for about 5 minutes while I contour. So yeah, I'm just setting that first, and then I'm going to bake for a minute. So lately I've been ditching the cream contour, and surprisingly I've been using eyeshadow to contour. Like, that's crazy, I know. But I've been using eyeshadow to contour, and this is Beauty Mark from ANASTASIA. I believe it's Beauty Mark or Fudge. I'll link it in the description box. So I'm just using eyeshadow to contour, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just so over cream contouring. It takes up so much time, because when you do the cream contouring, you gotta blend. It takes a while to blend, and then you gotta set it with a setting powder. I'm like, that's just too much. So let me just skip on all of that and just head straight to contouring. So this is like an easy way to contour. Just use like a dark brown eyeshadow, a little bit darker than your skin tone, and you'll be fine. To prevent the ashiness that might occur with this translucent setting powder, I'm taking that same brush with a little bit of that contour shade, and I'm just brushing away the excess powder. You can brush it away with whatever compact foundation that you have that's similar to your skin tone, or, you know, a dark brown eyeshadow like I did. So yeah, it all depends. For the inner wing portion of my eye, I'm taking my Sephora felt tip liner just to create that little wing. I was going to use my Tarte clay pink liner, but it was so difficult with the brush. So I just used the felt tip liner. That was horrible. The felt tip liner, and just created that little baby wing. For my waterline, I'm using ColourPop Jet Black Liner, and I'm just using that just for the waterline, just to connect the two. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Next, I'm going to take that orange shade, and I'm going to use it as a blush, because I feel like the orange ties in with the eye, so it just looks so freaking pretty. So yeah, I'm just applying this as a blush. For highlighter, I'm taking the BLISS from OFRA Cosmetic BLISS highlighter. And this highlighter is amazing. I had got it in my Ipsy probably like about 5, maybe 6 months back. And I freaking fell in love with it. Like, I freaking love this highlighter. And it's still sitting strong. For the lips, I'm taking this dark brown beauty supply store lip pencil. And I'm just aligning my lips. I don't know if you guys know, but I like to overline my lips a little bit because I feel like it gives a more fuller look. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just overlining my lips a little bit. I don't get carried away. So yeah, just gonna do that. For lipstick, I'm taking Kat Von D Bow and Arrow, and this is a nude liquid lip, and it is matte. It is matte. For women of color, I would recommend using like a liner like this color, or a little bit darker, or a little bit lighter, just something so it look like you have some type of lips. Because when us ladies put on nude lipsticks, it look like we have no lips. So make sure you use like a dark brown lip liner. So yeah, I'm just blending them together just to give it the matte look, and then I'm excuse me, and then I'm going to apply gloss on top. For gloss, I am taking my friend Kiana. She has a lipstick line, and I'm applying this rose gold lip gloss all over my lips. The first time I did this lip, it was a different gloss, but I couldn't find it, so I'm using this instead. And yes, I love how this look came out. This is the ending of it. Let me know what you guys think. Any requests, link them in the comment section. Yeah, baby. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. So me give her the girl I want like a gypsy. One more shot and she get tipsy. She have the hot wall. Give her hot wall. Oh, I gotta do this girl makeup tomorrow. That tequila, the vibes that I get, so sweet, yeah. I want back the sweet senorita. So you bounce to the bass and the tweeter. She look more bonita. The way she move remind me of Slaylenna. She rocks up, she gives up. She only dance to reggae and calypso. Look how the dress hook up on her hips up. Look how she look young woman. Oh, all I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Girl, I need a girl that's groovy, groovy. Let me take you to a movie. Romance me, girl. Come dance with me, girl. Welcome the girl, them sugar. Why would I do this? Welcome the girl. I love when you let go. She say me sweeter than a soldier button. A soldier button. And when we drive out and gone home, she said she still tastes me on her lips. And she a tell me she want more after me just